Hi everyone, this video is just some tips and pointers about writing your compare-contrast essay. So let's take a look at our next unit. We're on the home page, go to the course content, Unit 2, Compare-Contrast. The theme is Understanding My Culture. So you want to keep in mind that the readings and your writing is going to connect in some way to this idea of understanding my culture. As you can see, here's the regular week 3 assignments, and then I've added a compare-contrast supplemental folder. In the folder, I have a compare-contrast outline. It's an outline that is specific to point-by-point organization. If you use this and you want to submit this instead of a rough draft, make sure that it's a formal, detailed outline, that you use sentences, and that you include all levels of development. That means the thesis, the topic sentences, the major supports, and the minor details. I've also posted a sample essay that another student has written to give you an idea of what a strong compare-contrast essay looks like. And then the document that I want to focus on now are tips and pitfalls of compare-contrast writing. So we're going to open that up and take a look at it. So I've reminded you of what the essay topics are. They are based on the 2 readings that you were supposed to do for this chapter. So I'm going to start by saying you have to read the chapter about compare-contrast. You want to focus your attention on point-by-point organization. You will be evaluated about how effectively you can use point-by-point organization to develop a compare-contrast essay. So you want to make sure you understand what that is before you attempt to do it. So make sure that you read the 2 essays and pay attention to how the authors have organized the information. Is it subject by subject or point by point? Read the assignment carefully and then ask questions if you have. Select your points of comparison and contrast. What are the similarities? What are the differences? Are you going to write all compare or all contrast or a combination? Make a detailed outline. Follow the writing process. Think of the ideas, then put the ideas into a detailed outline, then use the outline as you write the essay. And take a look at that sample essay. It can't hurt, right? Plan before writing. Please do not submit free writes. Use your outline. Remember transitions. They're very important signposts for your readers to follow your thinking and to make connections between ideas the way you want them to. Proofread for content. Make sure that it is very clear to your reader that you're comparing or contrasting. Make sure your thesis is clear and you have topic sentences that state a similarity or a difference. Really important is developing both people equally. So sometimes what happens is you have a lot to say about the first person you talk about, and then you just kind of dribble off when you talk about the second person that are the subject of your essay. Make sure that you develop each one equally. And have a point. Just like with the narrative essay, people want to know why they're reading this. Why should they care? So is there an idea that people can generalize to their own lives? And of course, proofread for grammar, mechanics, and clarity. This is not an English 101A class. The assumption is that you know grammar. If you are struggling with that, the tutors are available in the Writing Center. Please take advantage of them. I've heard really good things about the Zoom sessions students have been having with the tutors. Pitfalls, being off topic, or not writing a compare-contrast. Uneven development, which I just explained. Omitting levels of development. So remember, you want to be very systematic. If you talk about one person first in the thesis, then you have to talk about that same person first throughout the whole essay, topic sentences, and then in the development of the paragraphs. And be detailed. So make sure you include those specifics. And if you take a look at the essays that you read, you'll see that they provide a lot of very specific details that help you see the similarities and the differences. Make sure that you meet the requirements of the assignment, in particular the length requirement, and that you follow MLA format. And then, of course, correct grammar and usage, following the 101 rubric that is in our syllabus. Make sure you proofread, and please don't miss deadlines. This is an accelerated class, and if you want to have time for feedback from me, you've got to get these in on time. If you have any questions, email, or we can set up a time to meet on Zoom. I'm happy to work with you on this. Good luck and see you next time.